I'm so busted. I'm sitting here reading Dear Abby. I love Dear Abby. She's helped so many people over the years. You know, she's 94 when she died in January 2013. But she had such words of wisdom. Some of the quotes here, I'm going to share with you. A church is a hospital for sinners, not a museum for saints. I'm on the stewardship committee. I really like this one. Religion, like water, may be free, but when they pipe it to you, you've got to help pay for the piping and the piper. Now here's my favorite one. If you're not giving, you're not living. I just love that quote, and I think about it often. As a matter of fact, there's 3 ways I think about if you're not giving, you're not living. One of them, Dear Abby was a woman of faith. She supported the synagogues in Los Angeles where she lived. I wonder if Dear Abby was referring to supporting God's church. You may recall, shortly after Jesus' resurrection, Jesus told Peter, "I will build my church." That's Matthew 16, verse 18. Through the thousands of years since Jesus' death, our ancestors have been called by God and have built a worldwide network of churches. From the 10 or so right here in West Deer to the church in remote areas around the world, these churches do God's work. Think about all the good work that a church does. They help eliminate poverty, oppression, injustice, and they help the most needy people. Christians bring life to all of God's children. And your gift helps the church ensure the existence of a church in the future, for future generations. Was Dear Abby telling us we must be giving to the church if we want to live in a better world? Perhaps she was. That's one way I think of if you're not giving, you're not living. Another way I think of it is Dear Abby had a heart to volunteer, and she liked to help the elderly people that lived in nursing homes. You've experienced that simple joy of giving. Giving to another person, perhaps somebody you know, somebody you see at the grocery store, somebody you don't know at all. It puts a smile right on your heart. As Christians, we help our brothers and sisters. It's a simple joy of giving that makes our hearts and soul come alive. Perhaps that's what Dear Abby was trying to say. If you're not giving of your time to help others, then your heart is not living. Now this next one's, I'm going to be a little blunt here. John 3:14 states, "Love changes everything, passing from death to life." I think maybe Dear Abby was trying to express, and once again, excuse my bluntness, if you're not giving, that is loving your neighbors as yourself, then you're not going to live eternally. Dear Abby, her real name was Abigail Van Buren. Her actual birth name was Pauline Esther Friedman Phillips. She was a gift from God to the world. She gave good advice to millions of people, including me. She had a good formula for life. If you're not giving, you're not living. Just what did she mean by those simple words?